So doing really good this morning. Dad qualified, like I said, second in no box, and I forget where in Heavy Street, but his Heavy Street competitor broke, so he's going to have a bye into the second round. But the Omega's running good at low 14 oh something. So all right, moving on to Heavy Street, round one of eliminations. Heavy Street's now working on the ladder system this year. Heavy Street cars cannot run faster than 12.0 in the quarter mile, so there are some restrictions. It's more of a street car class, so you can drive anything in it. Drive the wife's minivan, drive the husband's car, sports car, drive your son's car. You can drive anything. As long as it passes tech, you're good to go. Now we have the defending champion of Heavy Street, Norm Meyer, and his 74 Olds Omega, sponsored by Duels, Modown Racing Engines, Platinum Performance, and Platinum Auto Sales. He's got a bye run as his competitor Larry in that beautiful 67 Impala broke this morning and cannot continue this afternoon. So Norm with a .62. Dialed in at 14.03. Let's see what he runs. 14.16 at 98 miles per hour. That was round one. That was exciting. And now we got no box. Round one of eliminations. Here comes Tim Sinclair from Nestor Falls, Ontario. Dialed in at 11:11 on a 1994 Dodge Dakota, sponsored by Sly Dogs Motorsports. Racing Norm Meyer out of Winnipeg in a 1974 Olds Omega. He's dialed in at 14:10. Obviously, Norm changed his dial in from his Heavy Street run. And there goes the slow Mega. There goes the big bad ram.
And slow Mega red.
Oh, Norm red lights. His day in Heavy Street's done.
No box.
Or no box, part B, no box. So Tim moves on 11:14 on 11:11 dial in. And Norm goes back to Heavy Street. Heavy Street's coming up next. We have all our four cars. In the Sebron Auto Body Lane, that is Ryan Tront from Winnipeg, Manitoba, dialed in at 12.50 in a 1962 Ford Falcon, racing against Norm Meyer out of Winnipeg. That's a 1974 Olds Omega. He's dialed in at 14.10. Sponsored by Duels, Modown Racing Engines, Platinum Performance, and Platinum Auto Sales. Oh, another red light on Norm. His day is done. Ryan moves on to the next round. We'll see Norm here again tomorrow, I'm sure. A 12:44 on a 12:50 dial in, but Norm offended first, means he goes home. While we were waiting to run the no box finalists, waiting for the cars to cool down, I went and took the Omega down for 2 passes, shifting it of course. As you see there, 13.31, 13.39. Hey, Hanson, get to keep my license plates.
We have what happens when you're...
So it appears I'm not the only one who breaks bolts in cranes or balancers and pulleys. That's what we're trying to do here. And it looks like they're able to. Look how everybody comes together.
Next all the time, it's like, well, no, it's like, I've done this one in 8-second and 7-second. Look at that.
What?
Yep.
Yeah, can we go?
Oh my.
Look at that! Ta-da! The hero!
The winners.
Up in the tower here for a Monday morning and the long weekend of our opening weekend here at Interlake Dragway. I've got Amanda here working the controls.
Hello,
Basically the brains behind the operation. Got my station sub just ready to announce for today. Dad's running Heavy Street no box again, so we're going to see how he'll do today.
Car ran really good yesterday. In fact, I made some passes later on in the day that were in the low 13s. Dedicate those to you, Ryan. And looking forward to today. Maybe I'll have some time to run it again later today. This time maybe I'm going to open the headers, see if I can get a little lower. Best time ever with the Omega is a 13:20. Would have been nice to get below that today. But
You were close though.
We were close, yeah.
You were really close.
If I would have had the headers open, maybe it might have done it. Who knows? But it ran really good, really strong, and I was happy about that time.
Well, you have a chance today.
So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how today goes. See how we finish around here, and if there's time. The problem is I haven't opened the headers yet. Well, I'm being called. Time to get to work.
3 qualifying, round 1, left 500, right 888.
All right, first contenders up to qualify for Heavy Street in the C. Brown Auto Body Lane is
Randy Dewar out of Selkirk, Manitoba, driving a 2007 GMC Canyon. And in the east side self-storage lane is last year's champion of Heavy Street, Norm Meyer, in the 1974 Olds Omega. Sponsored by Duels Mowdown Racing Engines, Platinum Auto Sales, and Platinum Performance. This will be their first round of qualifying. .52 reaction time for Randy, .53 for Norm. That's better than the red he was getting yesterday in eliminations. 14:04 at 98 miles per hour, 17:24 at 80 for the Canyon. All right, the boxing bell's back. That means it's round 2 for no box of qualifying. Coming up next in the C. Brown Auto Body Lane, that's Norm Meyer racing 2 classes today. He's in his 1974 Olds Omega. Racing against in the East Side Self-Storage Lane, that's Carol Brown from St. Pierre-Jolie in her 2017 Hellcat. And it looks like Norm treated Carol a little, but she wasted no time passing him. 14:02 at 98 miles per hour for the Omega. 11:20 at 124 for the Hellcat. Here comes yesterday's champion, Thunder Tank. That's Fred Prada, who takes that over the 1988 Ford Mustang. Racing against the Heavy Street champion, Norm Meyer, who takes that over the 1974 Olds Omega. Versus 14:11 at 98. All right, round 3 of Heavy Street qualifying is about to begin. Just waiting for one vehicle to make its way back, and then we will run them. No block, please, lane 3 and 4 for your final qualifying round. Racing against Norm Meyer in the 74 Omega. Sponsored by Duels Mowdown Racing Engines, Platinum Auto Sales. Ready is in the C. Brown Auto Body Lane, and Norm is in the East Side Self-Storage Lane.
Five one light.
Ready to the front line at 11.91 at 111 versus Norm at 14:21 at 98. The bell tells me that it is no box time. Third and final qualifying round for the no box cars. And the C. Brown Auto Body Lane is Norm Meyer out of Winnipeg, Manitoba in 1974 Olds Omega. He's sponsored by Duels Exhaust, Mowdown Racing Engines, Platinum Performance, Platinum Auto Sales, racing yesterday's winner in no box. Anthony DePalma, sponsored by Remax Executives in the East Side Self-Storage Lane. That's a 1976 Chevy Camaro.
Go.
Camaro 1048 at 128 versus 1403 at 99 for the Slovega. And now we move on to Heavy Street, round 1 of eliminations. Oh, just gotta wait for the juniors to come back before we start. Got ahead of myself again, another red light from the tower. That's not good. Gotta cut that out before eliminations. Alright, here we go. Now I've been told, now we're gonna start. But it's too late to play that sound effect again, I can't reuse it. As excited as I get up here. Coming up in the C. Brown Autobody lane, that is Red Trot from Winnipeg, Manitoba, driving a 1962 Ford Falcon, dialed in at 12.40, racing against Norm Meyer in the 1974 Olds Omega.
Sponsored by Duals Exhaust, Modown Racing Engines, Platinum Auto Sales, Platinum Performance, dialed in at 1403. Norm will lead the way, and the Falcon will hunt him down.
That's what it's there for.
That's why I came up here for.
No, it's not.
I know, but sure, take a look.
There goes the Slovega. There goes the bird. Come on, Dad. I gotta admit, I'm kind of cheering for the Omega because that's my dad. Kind of have to. And Dad moves on to the next round. 1426 and a 1403 dial in. Came down to reaction time on that one. So we'll see Norm in the second round. It was Ryan who knocked Norm out yesterday, so I guess fair is fair. That concludes round 1 of Heavy Street. All right, round 2. Coming up next, the C. Brown Autobody Lanes, Mike Law from Dryden, Ontario. In a 66 Chevy 2, sponsored by MC Loft Electric. He's dialed in at 11.00. He's running against in the East Side Self-Storage Lane. That's Norm Meyer out of Winnipeg. Dialed in at 14.20. Sponsored by Duals Exhaust, Modown Racing Engines, Platinum Auto Sales, Platinum Performance. He's going to get about a 3-second head start before the Chevy 2 races him down. We got flat black and a black car. That Omega would look good in gloss black, but it's got too many waves, too many dents, and it would show everything. There goes Norm. There goes Mike. This race almost doesn't look fair.
Look at that reaction time.
Yes. And Norm moves on. 1421 and a 1420 dial in. 1128 and 1120 or 1100 dial in for Mike. Mike's heading home. All right, Heavy Street. Now it's your turn. Round 2 of eliminations. In the C. Brown Autobody lane, that's Larry Dick in a 67 Impala.
He's sponsored by LD Builders, dialed in at 12.20, racing against from Winnipeg. That's Norm Meyer in the 74 Olds Omega, sponsored by Duals, Modown Racing Engines, Platinum Auto Sales, Platinum Performance. He's dialed in at 1410. And there goes Norm taking off.
And there goes Larry to chase him. $14.24, not good enough. Larry, 12.24 to 12.20. That sends Norm home for the day, or at least from Heavy Street.
But he did red light.
No, that's true. Oh, he was way off on that. I don't know why the car was so slow. What did he run?
24.
14.24.
Okay, heavy time trial.
Can't win them all. No box. Make your way up to lanes 3 and 4, please.
You're ready.
Here comes Kevin Lundy in the C. Brown Autobody lane.
In the 62 Chevy 2 wagon,
Left. 4X4.
racing Norm Meyer out of Winnipeg. Kevin's dialed in at 10.05, Norm 14.20.
Side 11.74.
Sponsored by Duals Exhaust.
Oh, red light for Norm. His day's done. There goes Kevin. Instant win for Kev. And sadly, Norm's day is done.
So that's it for this May long weekend. That didn't do too bad. Did better than last year, but I mean, last year he was out first round both days and he ended up winning. So lots of time left for the season, lots of time for the summer. I'm looking forward to this year. Hopefully we'll get the Nova. Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah,
I didn't take any pictures of the car though, which I was sad about. I would have liked to have taken some pictures.
yeah.